Hi guys, this is Cody Chase here. I wanted to talk to you guys about my community involvement project. This project, you kind of named it, the post-workout fuel program. This is a community program that we started out at our high school about 3 years ago now. Just something really cool I wanted to share with you guys here. So let's dive into it here. So we will start on our background slide here. So where was that? So the high school I'm currently at. I'm actually employed through a healthcare facility called Bell Health in Green Bay, and I'm contracted out to Wrightstown High School as their head strength conditioning coach. We are in Wrightstown, Wisconsin. This is back in September of 2023. In my role as a strength conditioning coach, I actually co-teach all of our FIAD strength conditioning classes with our FIAD department, which is really, really awesome. So where this kind of project came about is, we had one issue that we were kind of dealing with, and not really much of an issue, but we noticed that our students and our athletes just had really lack of information and lack of resources when it came to their post-workout nutrition. After conducting some surveys with them, we kind of figured out that most of them really weren't eating either before or even really after their workouts, and just kind of really delaying their refueling and their recovery process after a pretty hard workout. So I want to be able to provide them with some resources to try to get that going a little bit more. So just really quick here, here's just some quick data on post-workout nutrition, specifically carbohydrates, right? So the first bullet point here is it is really optimal, to intake carbohydrates really within the first 2 hours post-exercise. And really the number that you want to hit, it's based off of your body weight, right? So that number is 1.2 grams per kilogram body weight, okay? With that, it does take the body about 4 hours to digest any of those carbohydrates as glycogen, provide as energy, right? So that's why, in my opinion, it's really critical to get those carbohydrates, really, honestly, as soon as you're done working out, because that glycogen that you're getting from those carbohydrates, right? That's what fuels you. That's what gives you your energy for the rest of the day. And especially if you have, some more, maybe you have more exercise or you have more, daily functions that's going on the rest of the day. It's going to be pretty important to get that energy in you as possible, let the body digest it. So, yeah, moving on. So, what is our proposal? Okay. So, what we proposed, we called it the Chocolate Milk Program. Okay, and it's something really cool. And here's where we got the community involved. So we solicited 3 community businesses and whatnot. What we did is we asked them if they'd be kind enough to donate some money back to our program in order to provide our kids with chocolate milk after each workout. And I know you're probably asking yourself, well, why chocolate milk? So we chose chocolate milk. There's a lot of really good research on just recovery and refueling with chocolate milk, just because of the amount of carbohydrates and just the easy access that it provides to athletes, right? Anyone can go grab chocolate milk at the store. It's really easy for parents, for high school athletes to grab, so that's why we want to do it, right? So each carton of chocolate milk contains 23 grams of carbohydrates. So what are the benefits that this program can provide, right? So it's going to help improve their post-workout nutrition. It could help increase performance. That's not a known fact, but it could. And honestly, it's going to increase community involvement in our program. The really great thing about the businesses that we chose was that all of our businesses, the owners all played sports at Wrightstown High School, so they are very well invested in athletics at Wrightstown, and they really don't care and wanted to give back to the coach. So it was just a really cool way to get our community involved in this program. So who are our community partners that were Bay Area Granite, Pick Pro, and Fox Hollywood Project, all Wrightstown-based companies that have that work there. If you see this sign, it has all their logos here. This is a sign that we put up in our weight room. We wanted the community. Our fitness center is a community center as well, so we have a bunch of community members that come and work out there. So we wanted our whole community to know that here are the businesses that have been helping our students out. And that have been giving back to our program. So it's kind of really cool. Our community and our students get to see that on a daily basis. Collectively, they donated a total of $4,000. After running the numbers, we figured out that the total cost of for the year was going to be about $3,400 for this program. Next, we're going to get into the implementation program. So really the biggest question for starting this program was, well, how are we going to store this chocolate milk? Where are we going to put it? Who's going to do all the ordering? It kind of all came together really well, actually. So we were able to find an old Gatorade cooler that plugs into the wall in our high school, and we have a PE storage closet that all of our students walk to get to the weight rooms. We're like, hey, what a great idea! Let's put it in the PE storage closet. Students use that door as an access to our weight room anyway, so that would be great. Once they're done with their workout, they can go back to that storage closet and grab their chocolate milk before they go back to the locker room to change at the end of class. Right. So, and then as far as ordering it goes, one of our PE teachers stepped up there, has been really awesome, decided to take on ordering our chocolate milk. So, after a couple months of doing it, we kind of got the science down. We figured out exactly how many milk we would need each month, so it made it a lot easier on us. So with this program, each one of our students gets 2 chocolate milks after each workout that they do. So with that, they're going to be getting 46 grams of carbs. Like I said, each one is about 23 carbohydrates per each carb. So I actually did run the numbers based on that 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight for carbohydrates, based on 180 pound and 100 pound weight. So with 180 pound males, so they need roughly 82 grams of carbohydrates. So we are providing them with at least half of what they need post workout, which is something, right? It's better than nothing. With the 100 pound female, they only need 45 grams of carbohydrates post workout. So they're getting exactly what their body needs right after they're fueling. So we also added post workout nutrition education, which would be really important for that 180 pound male. That might be half their carbohydrate intake, right? So with this education items, we basically would get up, why is post workout nutrition? What are the benefits, and what more can you? Basically, what foods can you add to this chocolate milk after your workout? It's easy, simple to get your full on 82 grams of carbohydrates that 180 pound male would need in order to have his recovery in the right spot. On this slide, this is just an example of something that we've given our students in the past. Again, stuff that you can eat 15, 60 minutes after your training, just some easy items for high school kids to grab, right? You see the chocolate milk, which is awesome, all that good stuff. And here's some meals that they can have 3 to 4 hours after their training. Maybe they make their own meals, maybe it's they're training on the weekend or stuff like that. So just something really simple. With this program, yeah, I mean, we really didn't have a whole lot of challenges. Honestly, the challenge was holding our students accountable to make sure they're fueling their body on a daily basis, right? So obviously, we were not forcing any of our students to drink the chocolate milk. We said, hey, it's here for you. It's free. It was donated by our community businesses. If you want it, you can have 2, obviously, but we weren't forcing anyone to take it. So I would say probably about, if I had to do a rough estimate, I'd say about 80% of our students did grab a chocolate milk on their way out almost every day. Obviously, there was some that didn't, which would just mean that they were just weren't fueling their body as well as they could be, which is what we try to provide with those resources. And then just number 2, again, not really a challenge, but how do we keep the community business involved in our program? Obviously, we know that these families that went to Rice Soundplay Sports to help run these businesses. Well, we want to make sure this wasn't a one and done thing. Right? We kept on thinking, how do we give our thanks to these businesses and how do we get back to them? To some easy thing that we've done, and our students actually during their lunch hour go and drive to these businesses, hand out thank you cards. We put up some posters in their businesses of our students actually in the weight room drinking their chocolate milk, flexing their muscles, having fun. So that way, when people walk into their business, they can see, wow, like this business really cares about the community and they're willing to give back to the athletics. Something really simple like that, but again, really, really cool and really valuable. Results. Okay, so again, this is one of the pictures that I talk about in their handwritten notes. The handful of students. Again, some of the results, right? So our students provided opportunities to refuel at no cost to them, all donated by our community. Our students were also better educated on post-workout nutrition. Again, their performance did increase, but hard to say if it was because of the chocolate milk or if it was just because they were following a consistent periodized training program. And then lastly, right, sense of community was established. I think this is probably one of the most important things in this presentation. This really, really cool opportunity for for our students in our community business to be able to work together, and for our community really to give back to our athletic program and just be a part of the whole process in general. So just a really cool opportunity, and this is something that I'll definitely cherish for a long time. And then lastly, future additions. Where can we go? How can we get better? Get 1% better each and every day. So some things that we've actually added already, protein bars. We have a deal through a local partner of ours that they give us protein bars, and we sell them for $1 in our weight room. Really cheap for kids. Just provides them with a little bit higher protein item that they can grab after their workout, an amount of carbs in them too, just to help really further their workout nutrition. We've also done athlete nutrition workshops where me and our athletic trainer out at our high school, we've done different workshops during their lunch hour where we've given presentations and talks, given out pamphlets on pre-workout nutrition, post-workout nutrition, what should they be having during, and then really just some easy grocery items that their parents can buy for them, and just how to communicate that with the parents, bring the right stuff in their body and whatnot. And then lastly, really cool, we started a Lifter of the Month program, and yes, this does have something to do with nutrition, but we had another one of our businesses was like, hey, we've heard these businesses have donated. How can we get involved? I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we decided to do a Lifter of the Month program. We put up a big Wrightstown Doug in our weight room where when we choose our lifters of the month, we write their name up on the W. Then Alliance Construction Design, our community business sponsored, they donated some money to be able to provide a free protein shake to those winners at the end of each month at our local nutrition business that's down the street from high school, so they can get a free protein shake from there as well. So again, just a lot of community businesses working together, just something that's really, really cool and really awesome for our students. Really excited to see what we can keep adding in the future, how we can keep getting better. So and then here's my work started, and y'all have a great night, and thanks for listening.